Hey everybody, it's Luke over at Galaxy Tech Review, and today I've got a product from UUO. This is their P6 Pro native 1080p projector that you can check out on Amazon at the time of this review for $197.99. They also have a current coupon for $40 off on Amazon, so that brings it down to about $157. So that's a pretty competitive price. We're going to dig into this right now, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is what you get once you get everything out of the box. Of course, you're going to get the main projector itself. Now, this projector has Wi-Fi built in, so for Android-based devices, you're going to be able to connect to this wirelessly, and I am going to demonstrate that in this review. It's an all-plastic design here with kind of a brushed silver on the top. You do get a three-prong power adapter here that you will have to have plugged in to this to have it work. And then they give you some other cables as well, some legacy AV cables that you can use here to plug into the back if you have an older device that takes those types of cables. You do get a HDMI cable that they do include in the box here, and that is great for hooking up something like a PS5 or an Xbox or whatever you're going to be hooking up to this. Now, they do give you a remote control with this, and you're going to see on the front right hand side there is an LED or IR sensor, and on the back there is one too, so it's got good coverage for this, and it's really easy to use. Matte soft touch to it, and works very, very well to give you all the controls. And of course, you have the controls on top of the unit as well. Now, they do give you a dust filter here for this, and it does have a very beefy fan setup, so we'll show you that in just a few moments as well. Cleaning cloth, and of course, your UUO P6 Pro projector documentation or user guide. It is all written in English here, and it's very well laid out. Helped me get everything set up on my Wi-Fi connection. You can do your connection via iOS, but you have to do that wired to the USB port, so you can just go lightning cable to USB port in the back, and you can mirror that way. So those are the two ways. I'm going to demonstrate the wireless. You can see here on the front, it's got a humongous lens, and this makes a huge difference, as you will see in the demonstration. It is native 1080p. It will support 4K and Dolby formats for videos. You can see on the side that massive cooling that you have there and fan setup. Full SD port, also two HDMI ports for simultaneous devices. You do have a VGA port here. You do have a U-disc or a USB disc, so you can run things off of that. And then you have a 5-volt USB as well as rear IR. You do have that AV input, and you do also have a 3.5mm jack for headphones or external speakers. Now, this does have a built-in speaker on it as well, and I will demonstrate that in just a few moments. So that is pretty much what you get. Again, oh, I did forget to mention, you do have 50% keystone correction here. It also has, through the menu, digital keystone correction as well, so you get a lot of features that way. Okay, so another really cool thing for this projector is that it does have built-in Wi-Fi, so that you can stream your devices to it. It'll come in Wi-Fi as projector and then a bunch of numbers afterwards, and you'll enter the default password, which is 1 through 8, and then you can connect to it, and then you're connected to the Wi-Fi of this particular projector. And if you're on iOS, you can connect through the USB port. It'll just be lightning to USB cable, and then you'll be able to trust the device, and then you'll be able to mirror your screen that way. So for Android, and particularly Samsung, which is what I'm using here, we have Smart View. You can see phone to other device, and to get to that screen, you just have to scroll down and then swipe over until you see Smart View, and then you can click on Smart View. And then once you do, you can see that I can now mirror my screen with this, no problems whatsoever. Okay, so let's talk screen. And of course, this is super bright at 8,000 lumens, and the colors just pop on this. Part of it is due to their RGBPower 2.0 technology, which is a color reproduction technology that helps to reproduce high brightness and high color gamut. So that's something that really shines here. You can see on the bottom, we've got all of our inputs. Then you've got some base stuff at the top, pictures, photos, texts, all of that. Now, if we go in here, we can adjust our picture from standard mode to user mode. You can adjust the color temperature, the aspect ratio, noise reduction, and then, of course, you've got the direction of the projection as well. If you want to ceiling mount this, you can obviously do that as well. So you've got all of the options there to do that. So really thought of pretty much everything that you can think of for a great home theater experience. If we look at some of the other things that they've got here, you can see that we do have the sound, and you do have a standard mode there, but you can also change that to user and adjust your treble and bass. These are pretty normal for most projectors, but they do a good job. Then in options, you've got all your languages, and you've got a ton of them in there. So don't think that you're stuck with English. You do have restore to factory defaults. You can upgrade your firmware, and you do have a sleep timer as well that you can set if you need to. Okay, so when you go to the screen input or the screen mirror input, it's going to give you some setup advice here if you're having problems again with setting this up. Again, on the right, iPhone wired projection, Android Miracast, pretty simple and straightforward. I set up mine as you saw earlier. So there's my phone there, and it is mirrored to the projector, and it looks awesome. Again, the colors are just really popping, and if I tilt my phone into landscape mode, it will go into landscape mode as well, and you'll see here it'll get brighter in a second because I have an off-screen message. There you go. And then once I get the off-screen message, you can see that it just works very well. Super responsive, no problems whatsoever with this. Again, that brightness that you get with their RGBPower 2.0 technology really kind of shows here when you're looking at a whiter screen or a lighter screen. And even in darker scenes, it helps a lot with just bringing out the shadows and making sure that it's not crushed, that black crush that you see. So looking at my channel here on my phone, we're all doing this wirelessly. So we'll just watch a clip real quick and you guys can check it out. Of course, I'm doing this wirelessly from the phone. So there's nothing hooked up, nothing like that. Just all very nice. Very good. Very cool. And that was only at about 60% on that internal speaker. Again, you can add external speakers if you would like, but this is just super fluent, very handy to use. You can see I'm swiping through and it's pretty much instant through the Wi-Fi there. So just an awesome feature to have here. I'm going to turn the speakers up and let you guys check out some other video here real quick, and you can be the judge for yourself.
Down the corpses of the dead.
So there you go. The colors are just excellent on this. And again, I really take my hat off to UUO for whatever they've done behind the scenes with this RGBPower 2.0 technology. It just makes everything pop, and it's super bright. And again, this is all wireless, so you can only imagine how good this will look when you're wired up with HDMI. Or just playing things 4K video via USB and that type of thing. Okay, so that's my review of the UUO P6 Pro 1080p native Wi-Fi projector. This thing is great. This would be awesome for family movie night. This thing, you know, an outdoor projector. It's bright enough. It'll do up to 300-inch screen, from 50-inch to 300-inch. Mine was right about 50 inches and looked outstanding. Just super bright with that technology that they have built into this that really reproduces that high brightness and color gamut. It's called RGBPower 2.0. You've got that higher lumen count. It supports 4K and Dolby formats for videos. Just overall, a lot of really, really great features. And of course, including the Miracast and Wi-Fi connection that you have here for Android-based devices. Just really kind of puts this over the top. Now, you iOS users aren't left out, of course. You'll just have to use a Lightning to USB connector to mirror your phone or tablet, and that's fine. It'll work just fine, no problems whatsoever, and you'll be able to enjoy all your multimedia content on the P6 Pro as well. If you have any questions or comments about this projector, and I'm definitely giving this one a thumbs up, you can leave them in the comment section below, and I'll get back to you guys as soon as I possibly can. Remember to like, and if you guys haven't subscribed yet, please do so, because that always helps me out, and I'll check you guys out on the next video.